What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Kickin' Bass TV. Today we're over at one of our local golf courses. Notice that the residents walk around this trail a lot. So the other day we ran into a couple of guys who actually work at the golf course. They said that we could come over here and do a little fishing as long as we did it before they open or after they close. So we're over here early this morning, try to pull a couple of bass out of these nice waters. If you haven't already, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below, and let's go. All right, guys, so it's about 6:30. Dude said they start showing up around 7:30, so that gives us an hour to try to catch some fish. We've got two ponds here. We're gonna start off on the smaller of the two, and we're gonna pitch from behind this reed wall, which is a little less than ideal to try to drag a bass through, but a couple of reasons. Number one, I don't want to tear up their grass, their fairways or the greens with my boots. Number two, bass hang out along reeds a lot, especially in low pressure fisheries, because they do produce a lot more oxygen when they start to turn back up this time of year and come back to life. So as you can see, very first cast, and we've already got a bass on the line. Decent start to the day for sure, about a 2.5 pounder, and we got him on that Texas rig kick and craw. And that's one of our custom colors. It's called Violet Sapphire Smoke. It's basically a transparent purple highlight color shift powder, a little bit of blue flake in there, some hologram flake, deadly combination in a clear water fishery. So decent start, got a couple of picks of that one, got him back in the water, and like I said, we're on limited time, so got right back out there. Couple of reasons why we're starting off with the craw. Number one, if I haven't fished a body of water before, I generally like to start by throwing something weedless, because a lot less chance of getting hung up or snagged on anything. Also, we just started spawning out here, and I don't want to do anything that's going to disturb those bass beds. So something like this, just dragging across the bottom, bumping, it's a little stop and go action. It's a great thing to fish the spawn, because you can come in or around the vicinity of those beds. 9 times out of the 10, if you've got some aggressive guarding males there, they'll slam it. And sure enough, this one hit it. We got our second one of the day on the Texas rig kick and craw, and another decent size one. Sun popped out right about 7 o'clock, which meant we had roughly a half an hour left to catch some fish before people start showing up to play golf. Decided to give it one more cast on this end before hoofing it over to the larger lake on the opposite end of the golf course. We're slow rolling that Texas rig craw right around that same area where we just popped these first two at. We know they're over here, so whether they're here because they're bedding, they're here because of the richer oxygen levels from the reeds and the vegetation, or whether it's just because they know that a ton of golf balls are constantly smashing into that area directly across from us. Whatever it is, we're on them, the bite's hot, and right here we've got our third one of the day in less than 30 minutes. We got that one back out into the water, then we walked over to the other end of the golf course to see what we could get into on the other pond. Unfortunately, after a couple of minutes, we were approached by two workers.
Really? No fishing. And that old dude with the goatee said it was fun, huh? If nobody was playing.
Who?
The guy with the goatee, about 50.
Yeah, I mean, like, head pro doesn't want people out here. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he told me the other day,
Okay. Yeah.
like, leave by 7:30 a.m. and then I could come around 7:30 at night.
Yeah,
So.
that's all I know. I know some
man.
people like it, some people don't. It's just, sorry about that.
Should have got the dude's name, I guess.
So even though we did have permission from the gentleman we spoke to a couple of days before that, we decided to take off because these guys were cool, came up, politely asked me to leave. It's always best to cooperate, because number one, you just don't want to be that guy out there just trying to be an asshole to people who are trying to do their job. And number two, these guys can trespass you if they want to, which can come with not only a pretty hefty trespass fishing fine, but can cost you your fishing license as well. So we went ahead, packed it up after that. We had 3 decent bass on the kick and crawl, all in less than half an hour. Had a little fun fishing one of our local golf courses. So that's gonna do it for the video today, guys. If you liked it, hit that like button for me down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because that's the best way to show your support. Make sure you hit that notification bell to stay up with all our new release content. And as always, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Till next time, guys, I'm D with Kickin' Bass TV.
Subscribe.